Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and this is the brand new D.Va on the PTR. Look at this, she's got a new ability. It's called micro missiles. Oh my god. But you can do some different stuff as well, D.Va. I'll show you the missiles about now. Check them out. Awesome. Look at that. She really is an attack helicopter. She basically is an Apache. She can boost forward and fire her fusion cannons while she's boosting. That means you can fire your missiles, boost forward, and fusion cannon somebody. You cannot, however, use defense matrix while you're doing this. If you defense matrix, you can't do anything else. You can boost, but you can't fire any of your weapons. So you can't fire the missiles or the fusion cannons. And I think that's kind of a fair trade, because I was expecting this horrific D.Va which could use all of her abilities and just fly onto somebody and absolutely delete them. But as you can see me doing there, that is the D.Va combo. But one thing I do in this video is I constantly forget that D.Va has the ability to fire while boosting, because, well, it's like one of those things you're used to. When you play D.Va, you're like, yeah, you just don't press left mouse button, do you, when you defense matrix? Anyway, check this out. So what we're going to do is run some commentary or some post-game commentary on this, so I can see Widowmaker's up there. I'm like, okay, let's dive Widow. Let's fire missiles into her. they're kind of hard to aim because they're projectiles, and they're obviously sort of, it's like a mini Farah barrage. That's kind of the best way to look at it. So you kind of have to predict. Like, you've got two. Okay, so this is the best way to explain it. You've got two different aim systems at play here. You've got a projectile aiming system, and you've got a hit scan with the fusion cannon. So you can't hit both of them on the same target unless it's point blank. So basically you want to dive onto people point blank, but you kind of want to do that anyway because, well, fusion cannons only work at point blank range, so that kind of makes up for the projectile nature of the missiles, but you can still fire the missiles anyway at long range and try and get damage onto people. Another thing you'll notice in this video clip, which is not related to D.Va, and I thought this was Mercy specific, but it's actually not. It's on every single hero. When people die, you can see who is dead. You see the icon of the dead player, so you see if it's Junkrat or your Mercy or whatever. It's such a good change because you can see who has died on your team. Like, you don't have to look at the kill feed, because sometimes when you're in the action, you don't actually have time, do you, to look at the kill feed. But the fact that you can just see, oh god, our healers are dead, might mean that you play a little bit more defensively, and I think that's a pretty awesome change. Anyway, this D.Va, what do I think about it? Well, I think it's really interesting. It's clearly nowhere near as durable as it used to be, because defense matrix is 2 seconds, and it almost seems like 1 second when you use it. I mean, it was only 4 seconds before, but that extra 2 seconds meant you could kind of feather defense matrix, and by that I mean you could keep turning it on and off and sort of, you know, use a little bit of defense matrix, let it recharges it on again. So basically you had it up almost all of the time. Now you can't. Now you can only use defense matrix for 2 seconds, and that's it. And it burns down really, really quick. So it's going to be, I mean, we're going to see really good D.Va players being able to guess when Graviton Surge is going to be used so they can eat it. But if they do eat it now, it is actually going to be a move of skill. Or if they manage to catch a pulse bomb, it's a moment of skill. That's what I'm looking for. Because before they could just kind of throw defense matrix on everything. So what was my major issue with D.Va when I was talking to the devs and they were explaining all the changes to me in detail? I was like, oh, this sounds insane. This sounds like D.Va can just dive into the backline, fire missiles, fire fusion cannons, and headbutt the target, right, with a boost. And that's going to do massive spike damage and kill the target off. And she kind of does. The only difference is, when you're doing this with D.Va, she's actually quite vulnerable. I mean, you see McCree there. You see the damage output. That was just crazy. We just blew McCree away. He flashbanged me, but the missiles carried on firing. So it seems that once you fire them, they basically can't be interrupted unless the mech is destroyed. I've noticed when the mech gets destroyed, then it doesn't work. So Widow here, like, I think this new D.Va is going to be even more frustrating for Widows, because the old D.Va was frustrating. She would jump onto Widow and just start firing at her in defense matrix, and like Winston's frustrating for Widow players for the same reason. But now D.Va can just come up and delete the Widow if she lands the rockets onto her. And, you know, I think we're going to see a lot of skillful plays with this D.Va where she is deleting people, and that kind of worries me, right? You know, I've only literally played it for like, what, 20 minutes on the PTR? Well, I think about 25 minutes on the PTR, because what's happening on the PTR right now, the games will start and then they'll crash, and then you might get a full game, you might not, and this was the only full game I actually managed to record, and there's no competitive on the PTR at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. So you can see me using defense matrix, then it's gone. It's like, oh, defense matrix is gone. And you'll notice another thing I'm doing as well is when I boost, I do not fire the fusion cannons. I'm doing this all the time, and this is something, it's like Roadhog with his take a breather. You can move when you take a breather, whereas before you couldn't, right? So you kind of press E and think, oh, I'll stand still. It's the same with D.Va, although, because I think she's more of like a highly mobile hero, you kind of have to get into this rhythm. But there definitely is a very simple. I mean, look at that there. Okay, who knows what the Widow was doing? But look what Mercy's just done to the Widow. She just rezzed her anyway, so it kind of made no difference what I did there anyway. But that was pretty funny. But you could see how fast I just wrecked her. Fired the missiles into her, fired the fusion cannons into her, and she just absolutely died. Like, the missiles do quite a bit of damage. I think they do 216 damage, I think, or 206 damage, I think was I seen quoted online. If all of the missiles hit you directly, which, as I said, is very hard to do because they're projectile, and you can see, like, you only tend to hit with a few of the missiles. Like, they're almost like dumbfire rockets from, like, I don't know. I don't really know where you get dumbfire rockets. I'm imagining, like, Hollywood films, like a helicopter firing, like loads of missiles, like the kind of like that. But whatever, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa and this is Unit Lost. If you are a D.Va main, let me know about this. I've played my fair share of D.Va and I think this is kind of fun. I'm happy we still got defense matrix, but I'm also happy we fire missiles now. That is a bit of a mental change. But yeah, let me know, guys, what you think about this in the comments below. I'm gonna err on the side of caution right now because this is obviously PTR and it's the first time we've played this. And as I get more information from the developers at Gamescom tomorrow, if you guys are watching this video today, or maybe this video is going out tomorrow, time flies when you're having fun trying to log into the PTR, ladies and gentlemen, in a hotel room in Germany. Good lord. But yeah, like, we may as well just let this clip play out. I think we're almost coming towards the end. But you can see, like, me trying to, like, well, obviously I'm trying to play in my hotel room, so it's not too great. I don't even have a mouse mat on that ghetto. But you need to keep firing. Basically, always, like, I should have been firing there. There's no reason not to be firing the fusion cannons. I think you could pretty much just sellotape your mouse button down to fire them, unless you want to use defense matrix. It's the only time when you use defense matrix, actually, I think it cuts out the fusion cannon. So pretty much D.Va can just fire constantly, well, when she's boosting. Obviously, when you're moving around, you don't want to keep firing because, well, you'll move slower. But when you're boosting, you should always be firing your fusion cannons and then firing your rockets when they're available. And trying to go for crazy combos, I think. Like, fire the rockets, try and do massive damage them. Like, as you boost into them, fire into them, it's just crazy. She's just crazy. These changes are crazy, guys, and Overwatch is mental. Oh my god. Guys, I'm in Stylosa, this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to bed. Good lord. This actually was kind of nice McCree play the game, especially for PTR. Some spicy shots. Beautiful.